All right, we warned you. Here it is. Great Repose Building came on the south side of Terre Haute. Snow falling. If it's not snowing where you are yet, it will be in the south and southeast. It's headed your way. Maybe briefly slushy areas on the roads. That's going to be about it, but it will accumulate some in the grassy areas, car tops, elevated surfaces, and things like that. Here it is coming down across the area with the satellite and the radar. And again, the far south, southeast, maybe just getting ready to get in on the action. The blue, the deeper blue, indicates the heavier bands of snow with lighter amounts off to the north and to the northwest. And speaking of off to the north and to the northwest, this came from Bobby Hartman just minutes ago. Got this in. This is up in Cayuga, north of Terre Haute. And again, notice the roads are fine, the sidewalks, but notice the cars. Covering the car, the grassy areas, anything that's an elevated surface is going to get a little bit of accumulation, but not so much on the ground surfaces because the ground temperature is still in the 50s. Here it is in the grass once again. So thanks to Bobby up there in Cayuga for that picture. That's going to be a common scene across the area this evening. It won't last long, and then the cold follows. Look at this. All of this. The entire two-state area of Indiana and Illinois, even all the way back to all of Missouri, that's a freeze warning for tonight because once the snow ends, it's going to get cold. It's also going to be cold again tomorrow night. Look at this, 24-hour temperature change. In Terre Haute, it is 34 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday. 35 degrees colder down in Effingham and Olney. I mean, you don't see temperature changes like that very often around here. 30 to 35 degrees colder than just 24 years ago. A lot of people were asking about snow in April, so I did a little research. I went back into the mid-50s. Before that, the record's not quite as good, but from 1956, over the last 65 years, snow in April, it's happened 21 times, so it's really not that uncommon. Once every 4.3 years this happens. And look at this, April 2018, just 3 years ago, we had snow on 5 different days, including 2 of those days accumulating snow. So it's not extremely unusual, but because we've had such warm weather, it's a little bit unusual this year. But again, it happens. We do get snow in April here in the Wabash Valley. The cold is going to follow. This is the record low tomorrow morning. That's our forecast. This is the record low for Thursday morning. That's our forecast. Next 2 mornings, we're looking at near record cold after the snow moves out. 48 the high. We've dropped to 33. That's where we are right now. 33 is our low so far, and we're going to drop more than that. Trace amounts here at the TV station. We're getting snow coming down here, but again, not accumulating much unless you get into the elevated surfaces. Sunrise, sunset tomorrow, 13.5 hours of daylight. River Stage in Terre Haute, 6.5 feet, and it is on the way down. At the airport in Terre Haute, we're at 33. Relative humidity high, 96%. Those winds northwest at 7. Look at that. There's a wind chill. It feels like 27 degrees. Current temperatures are in the mid to low 30s across the area. Here's the front pushing through the region. Behind that, the cold air pouring down across this area, and that's going to be the case tonight as we see the snow ending and the colder air continues to push in. Here's the snow pushing southward with time. We take a look at the Dorsa Automotive Doppler radar. Again, way to the south and southeast. You're not in on the action yet, but you will be. It's either doing nothing or rain. It will quickly change to snow. It's already tapering off, though, up by the Champaign area. So this won't take long to get out of here. By 10:30, it's in the southeast, the northwest, done. And by probably 1 to 2 a.m., it'll be gone for everybody. Then the clouds start to clear, and that lets the cold air come in. As we head into the day for tomorrow, going to be a chilly day. It gets a little bit better as we head into the day Thursday, but at least drier weather starts to move in after we kick the snow out of here coming up here later on tonight. It should be gone by 2 or 3 in the morning. So forecast for tonight, then going to be a cold night. We'll drop down to the upper 20s once the snow ends. 29, that will be around a record. Then for tomorrow, 51, partly sunny skies. After that, slowly we get better, although one setback on Saturday, showers knock us back to 58. But look at next week. 1 week from today, after the snow of today, we're back to 80 degrees. Grant?
Looks great. Thanks, Jesse. Good evening, folks. And